melted sand, fiber optics, right? Melted dirt to carry the messages of the planet instantaneously to anybody for free. What created that? What gave the sand the power to do that? Because there was always sand in the world, right? Why did it change during that time? See? Who gave fiber optics, dirt, the power to carry the conversations of the world? You know, without the copper, I was like, Jigme, I know the big copper cord under the Atlantic, it only can carry so much. He said, forget it, that they don't use that anymore. I'm like, damn, it took so much work to get that. Okay, just try to appreciate that dirt, sand, melted sand can carry the world's communications now. Why? Where does it come from? It's not in the sand, it's coming from you. Okay? It's very beautiful. Okay? You can make miracles happen in this world. You can bring peace to the world. Okay? Most wars are caused by lack of money, lack of land, lack of food. Most conflict in the world is caused by shortages. If what I said tonight is true, there would be no more shortages. Okay? It's very interesting. Okay? So you gotta cook it. And that's all I have to say. I don't know. We got 10 minutes if you have any questions. If not, I'll tell you how to create a boyfriend. Or girlfriend. I guess they want that. Okay, let's do something practical. My mind's on it because we're going to Germany, I don't know, next week to do that. I think it's the 4th level of the, we have a 12 level training. But anyway. So people come to me and they say, a woman came to me. She's from China. She's been my student for a while. And she lives in New York. And she came to me and she said, Geshe-la, can you do a mo? Can you do a mo for me, right? Mo means you take dice. A monk or a nun takes dice and they throw it. It's like reading tea leaves. You throw the dice on the table and then you look at it and you tell the future, right? So I have no idea how to do a mo. But I lived in a Mongolian monastery for a long time, right? And all the old Mongolian monks did mo's. I don't know if they knew how to do it or not. But they didn't use dice, they used sheep's knuckles. So the knuckle of a sheep, if you boil the knuckle for a long time, it gets white, and it's a cube. And you put marks on it, and then it's kind of more mystical, and you throw the dice on the table, and you can tell somebody what's going to happen in the future. That's called a mo. It's called throwing a mo. So I never did it, but I saw people do it a lot. I was in the Mongolian monastery for a long time. So I was like, okay, I can do a mo for you. What do you want to know? You know? So I thought she was going to ask me some questions about meditation or spiritual realizations or something like that. She's like, where will I meet my boyfriend? You know? And I'm like, you want me to do a mo about where you're going to meet your boyfriend? A month? I said, yeah. And I said, well, what do you want to know? She said, will I meet him in a nightclub or will I meet him online? Just give me an indication, you know, and then I'll take it from there. And I'm like, all right. You know, I get these sheep knuckles, and I'm like, you have to dress up in your monk robes, and you have to look really mystical. And you wear that red shawl and you spread it out over it. Then you go, whoa! It's really good if you have a skull cup. They believe you much more. So you get a skull cup, and then you go, whoa! And then you take off the skull cup, and you look at the knuckle bones, and you go, you know, then you have to be really dramatic. And she's like, yeah, Krishna, where is it? You know, and I'm like, wow. And then it helps a lot if you do some mantras. It impresses the person. Because the whole thing is they have to believe you, right? So you're like, you know, oh my goodness. Then I'm like, she's like, so I'm going to meet him on the internet? And I'm like, no. And she said, that's good. And I'm like, why? She says, can you imagine if you met a boy on the internet, he likes his laptop more than you? And he's always doing Facebook, and he'll ignore you. You'll have a relationship, and you go over to his house, and he'll be on Facebook all the time. He'll live on Facebook and not with you. You know? I don't want a boy from the internet. So he's going to be in the nightclub, right? And I'm like, oh my. And I'm like, no, you're not going to meet him in the nightclub. She's like, that's good. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? It's just, a boy that you meet in a nightclub is the kind of boy that goes to a nightclub. You know, he's not going to stay with you, he's going to be out running around it, you know. So we're having a meeting yesterday, and I'm like, you have to go to a nursing home. And she's like, she's got this thing, it's Jessica Kuhn. She goes like this. And she says, Kirsta, a nursing home? And I'm like, yeah, you need to go to a nursing home. And she looks at me and she says, I was thinking of somebody a little younger than that. And then I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, why do you want a partner? Why do you want a boy? And she said, I have a really good job. She has an architecture degree from Yale, which is okay. It's not Princeton. She's like, and she had a good job, and she had a really nice apartment, and she said, I have a good job, it pays well, I enjoy it. I often stay late just because I enjoy it. Then I come home, I go to my apartment, it's a nice apartment, it's expensive, Manhattan apartment. I open the key, open the door, I go in. If I want dinner, first I have to pick up some vegetables, right? So I have to go to the grocery store, pick up some stuff, come home, I cook it. Takes me like half an hour to cook it, 45 minutes. I make it, I set it on the table, and I eat it. And it takes me 5 minutes. Okay, if you live alone, you know what I'm talking about. It's like 5 minutes to eat by yourself. Like, usually you get into science fiction novels at that point, and you're like eating and looking at the novel, because there's nobody to talk to. And then she's like, I eat, and then I spend another half hour cleaning up. So you're talking like what? An hour and a half of an adult person's life per day, just fixing dinner. To sit there by myself at the table and know what to talk to. I want somebody to talk to. So I said, you want companionship, right? She said, yeah, I want companionship. So in this system, if you want companionship, you must plant a seed for companionship, right? Mangoes give mangoes and not bananas. If you want companionship, you have to plant that seed. Whatever you want, you plant the seed. You want to grow $1 billion, plant that seed. And I can teach you, not tonight, okay? Plant that seed for what you want. Give companionship to someone else. Go to a nursing home. It's perfect, you know, they're locked up. No. If you don't think so, you haven't been to one then. Okay? The whole place smells like urine. Okay? It doesn't matter if it's a $50,000 a year place or a $10,000 a year place. The whole place smells like urine, and it will always smell like urine. You can't sell a nursing home afterwards for anything else. It's soaked into the building, and you walk down the corridor, and 100 hands reach out to you. They take them out in their wheelchairs, and they put them out near the sunlight in the corridor, because they won't sleep at night if they don't get them up. And then they'll scream all night. So they get them out, and they get them out of the corner. You walk down the corridor and everyone's trying to touch a person who's still born. They just want to touch your hand, or they want to touch your arm. And it's like a prison, okay? They can't go anywhere. They can't drive anymore. They drove their whole life and then their license got taken away, right? And then they're alone. They're extraordinarily alone. And then they reach out to you. And if you go there and you spend time with them voluntarily, right? Not because they're your relative, but just to give them companionship, then that plants seeds, okay? That plants a seed in your subconscious, all right? It's very beautiful. You can design your next partner, okay? Or if you like your partner, but they kind of need some work, you can change parts of them, okay? It's very beautiful. It's very amazing. So I'm like, you gotta go to a nursing home. You gotta take care of some old lady, you know. Oh, I don't have time. No, just go once every 2 weeks. How's that gonna make a boyfriend who's gonna stay with me for years, decades? Seeds, man. Little seeds grow big trees. Just spend once a week. Go once a week for an hour. She'll tell you the same stories every week. She'll forget. Did you? My boyfriend in high school was the cutest boy in the high school. And then you have every time you have to act surprised. And she will tell you the same stories. And then a little investment, if you understand the system, will create a man in your life. And you can tweak him. But that's another story. I don't have time to tell you. So anyway, she's a very, very strange person. Why? Why? She did what I told her to do. Like 1 out of 100 people. They actually tried. She went to a nursing home, she tried, you know. And then she's like complaining to me. She said, he didn't show up yet. I said, give it some time. I mean, even watermelons take time. You know, give it a few months. So she did, and she said, then she calls me all excited. Angela, I was in LA. Yeah. And I was in the yoga class. I taught a yoga class in LA. I'm like, okay. And then I was looking around the class to see if he showed up. You know? And he did. I'm like, so why are you calling me? She said, well, I closed the door to the class, and then this guy knocks on it after 5 minutes after the class stopped. And he opens the door. You know? And he's standing in the doorway. And it's like, and he's like, you know, those of you who know her, that's Stefan. And he likes this Hollywood director type. He did some TV shows. Anyway, they like fall in love first time, you know. And then she's like, damn, this really works, Angela. You know, and I'm like, yeah. And then I married them in New York. Some people win. You win. You win, man. Yeah. So they got married in New York, and it was very beautiful. And last thing, okay? Then they like, I don't know if you were at the wedding, right? There was the front room on the street where they got married. Then there was a side room on the side. I took them in the side room. She's all dressed up. He's all dressed up. The parents are all happy. Lama Ruth, there are a lot of people in there. It's cute. Lama Kimberly. And then I took him in the side room and I said, wait a minute. What's happening with the old lady? How's the old lady? She's like, Geshe, I don't need the old lady. I said, what are you talking about? It's like, I got Stefan already. You know, I haven't seen the old lady. I've been busy. I mean, we got to send invitations. We have to do the, what do you call it? Wedding registry at, what's that store? Bloomington's. You know, we were busy. I haven't seen her for a couple of weeks. I said, sit down. You know, you got to understand one thing about seeds in the mind, creating a man. They wear out. Okay? Every hour he spends with you, you're wearing out seeds. It's like a real tree. When the tree grows, the seed is dead, right? The growth of the tree kills the seed. You got to understand that. You know, you can't give up. Now we both have to go visit her once a week. Then you'll stay together. If you don't, then there will be this gradual descent of a relationship, which everyone in this room has perceived directly. Okay? No, I mean, you'd say, oh, now I finally met the one, and everything's fine for like 6 weeks, and then you have your first disagreement, and then you have your second disagreement. That's not a disagreement, okay? The seed is wearing out. It's inevitable. It must happen. All relationships must dissolve unless you keep planting seeds. And then they will go indefinitely, okay? It's like, what do you call it? Pyramid scheme. Rollover. It's a rollover scheme, okay? You and the boy gotta go, keep going to the nursing home. There's no, you can't stop. It'll be for the rest of your life, okay? If you lose her, you gotta find another one. I've had the same old lady for 20 years. And it worked, okay? So anyway, that's application to a relationship. And there's a lot of details, but someday you can learn that, right? A partner doesn't come from the partner, a partner's coming from you. And the power of iron isn't coming from the iron, it's coming from you, okay? If you learn that, you can have all the things you want. And then science can contribute to the happiness of mankind. Because no good use of a chemical or an element in the world can come without kindness to another living being. Okay? It's not possible. If you want iron to work, or you want oxygen to work, or you want water to work, you must be kind to others. You must plant the seeds. It's very beautiful. Okay? The evolution of science will eventually meet the teachings on compassion. It has to. Because that's what gives things the ability to work. Okay? Got it? Just nod your head, you can go home. Alright. Good night, and we'll see you. Oh, we have a program in New York if you want to come. I don't know. When is it? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday night at Pure Yoga East on 86th Street, 3rd Avenue. We're going to do Nirvana. Like everything you need to know about Nirvana. So, if you're bored, you can come. Alright. Good night.